Today, we're diving into one of the most unexpected and, frankly, beautiful texts in all of ancient literature. It's a piece of writing that has fascinated and maybe even confused readers for centuries. So, when you think of ancient scripture, what usually comes to mind? Probably laws, history, prophecies, right? But what if I told you that tucked away inside is a poem so passionate, so personal, it could go toe-to-toe with the greatest love poetry ever written?
Well, that poem is the Song of Solomon, sometimes called the Song of Songs. And here's the thing. It's not a sermon, it's not a list of rules. It reads almost like a script for a play. This incredible, deeply human conversation between two lovers who are just pouring out their desire and admiration for each other.
Now, what's really revolutionary, especially for its time, is who speaks first. The poem kicks off not with the man's voice, but with the woman's. And let me tell you, her voice is anything but shy. It is full of confidence and a very open declaration of her desire. I mean, listen to that opening line. There is zero ambiguity here. In an ancient world where you just didn't hear female voices like this in literature, she starts with this powerful, direct request. It immediately tells you she's an active, equal partner in this relationship. She knows exactly what she wants, and she is not afraid to ask for it. And as we read on, you see just how complex she is. She has this urgent longing when she says, "Draw me, we will run after thee." She has this incredible self-confidence, declaring, "I am black but comely," which kind of pushes back on ancient beauty standards. Her passion is so intense that at one point she says she's sick of love. And through it all is this profound, powerful sense of belonging. My beloved is mine and I am his. It's mutual, it's total. Okay, so she's made this incredibly passionate declaration. How on earth does he respond? Well, now we get to hear the other side of the conversation, and his voice answers hers with an equally intense and just beautiful poetic praise. His first words to her are just pure adoration. He doesn't just say she's beautiful once. He says it twice, right in a row, for emphasis. And the imagery, though, has dove's eyes. It's so gentle and tender. This isn't just a compliment. It feels like a really heartfelt observation. And a lot of his praise works like this. He's constantly pulling metaphors from the world he knows, from farming, from nature, even from the architecture around him. So this isn't just some abstract flattery. It's a really grounded, tangible kind of poetry that paints this vivid picture of how he sees her. And this is where it gets really cool. When you put their descriptions side by side, you see this amazing poetic exchange. He compares her to a powerful company of royal horses or to the brightness of the sun and moon. And she, in turn, compares him to a sheltering apple tree or a swift young deer. You see, it's not just a chat. It's almost like a creative competition of praise, each one trying to top the other with these beautiful images. But this poem isn't just about the happy moments of being together. It also gets into the real anxiety of being apart. The dialogue actually shifts into a story, which adds this whole other layer of drama and tension. And in one of the most memorable scenes, the woman finds herself alone at night. All that joy from before suddenly gives way to this sense of panic and urgency. She starts this desperate search for the one who my soul loveth. You can almost feel her anxiety build in these clear, escalating steps. First, the search is private, just on her own bed. When he's not there, it spills out into the public. She decides, "I will rise now," and go about the city. She even confronts the night watchmen, asking them if they've seen him. And then finally, the tension breaks in that incredible moment when she finds him and just holds on, refusing to let him go. So this whole cycle of desire, them separation, and then reunion, it's all building towards something. It's leading to the poem's absolute emotional and thematic peak. And this is where the poem zooms out from just these two lovers to make this huge universal statement about love itself. So, everything we've heard so far, all the passion, the poetry, the frantic search in the night, it's all been funneling down to this one moment. The poem is about to distill its entire message into a few of the most unforgettable lines you'll ever read. This is it. This is the core. Now, a seal in the ancient world was a mark of ownership, of identity. It was permanent. So she's asking to be an inseparable part of him. And why? Because love is as powerful and as final as death itself. And that possessive passion, that jealousy, is as relentless and unyielding as the grave.
I mean, what a powerful, stark comparison.
The poem then goes on to define this love as this unconquerable, unstoppable force of nature. It's like a fire that floods can't put out, and maybe most importantly, it's priceless. You could offer up all the money in the world for it, and it wouldn't matter. It just can't be bought. So, after a climax like that, how does the poem wrap up? And what's its lasting message? Why has this poem stuck around for thousands of years?
When it comes right down to it, the Song of Solomon is just this timeless, universal celebration of human love in all its different forms. You've got the physical desire, the deep emotional connection, the security of commitment, and even the pain of being apart. It speaks a language that really anyone in any century can understand.
And what's so interesting is that it doesn't end with a neat little "and they lived happily ever after." Actually, the very last line of the poem is the woman's voice calling out, "Make haste, my beloved." It leaves you with this feeling that their love isn't a finished story. It's a living, breathing thing that's always moving, always full of that same longing we heard at the beginning. And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? Why does this raw, passionate, incredibly human poem, written millennia ago, still have the power to connect with us so deeply today? Well, maybe it's because it reminds us that the incredible force it describes is truly, absolutely timeless.